Hi guys, Belle here, and it is day 17 of hashtag Creep on June, created by the wonderful Tracy Fox. Links down below in the description box. Go check those out. And today's ephemera base is this beautiful grungy tag. Now, this project, just like yesterday's project, was inspired by a tag I was sent by the lovely Jackie. I will leave a link both to the video where I opened this tags and to Jackie's YouTube channel down below. And this was for a tag swap for Oakhouse journals. That's what it was. And I just really liked this idea. So we are going to do it, but we're going to do it in the Gothic style. So I've got the tag base, and the first thing I want to do is I do want to make, I just do want to cut this bit, which is, little bit of pencil on there. I need to rub that off. Okay, so we're going to have, that seems quite thingy. I've got an image I want to use on the front, so I'm checking if this image will fit, if that is there. Yes, that will just fit. So I am going, I mean, obviously you can use scissors to do this. I'm going to use my craft knife, so that even though it's blunt and I still have not replaced the blade, this works best for me right here. And let's grab my scissors so that I can then chop it here. So I really like this idea, and I wanted to have a go at it, and I thought it'd be perfect to try it out for this challenge. So the next thing I want to do before we get started on other bits is I want to use music paper on the inside. This isn't a whole sheet. Hold on. I had a whole sheet over on this side because I was going to use it for another project. So, yeah, this is vintage music paper. So I'm going to glue this all down. I'm really making sure I'm getting that edge there. And then we're going to put that aside to kind of dry. I may even use a bit of gesso on it. I don't know if I want to or not, because it's such a beautiful grungy colour that I don't know if I want to gesso it. So I may have to think about that when we're also putting the pockets and everything together. So yeah, so thank you again, Jackie, for your wonderful tags. As you can see, I have been inspired. I love that number. That'll get cut off anyway, so let's just do this. I'll put that on like so, because I need a background. Jackie has used, I think, a book page on her one, which works brilliantly, but I'm using music paper throughout a lot of these projects. And as I've said probably a gazillion times now, so sorry if you've heard it far too much, I like my projects to coordinate just in case I'm going to use them in the same project. And let's just trim down that side. The bottom's fine, it's just this little side here, just a smidge. Let's just trim that and the top. So this is going to be the tag base, obviously. We've kind of started putting our flip together. It will look like this on the inside. Oh, we've still got a number, which is nice. It will look like that. While that's drying, before I want to try and fold it, we're going to work on two of the aspects inside. I need to make sure this is going to fit, actually. So there's a white line on this tag down here where the bend can be. And I think this is just a smidge. I would worry about it being too tight as a pocket, too near the actual bend. So I'm just going to cut it a little bit. And today's project has been slightly inspired, other than the style being inspired by Jackie. The images I'm using are all quite ghostly ones. I love this little girl. Look how creepy that little girl is. And I have used crackle paste all over this and inked a lot. She grungy. And this is going to be the pocket on the inside. However, I want this to flip. And that's just what I want. So, this is so delicious. Look at that. This was so crinkled and grungy that I just thought, okay, I'm just going to pull this out and use it. So if I use, I'm trying to think, yeah, if I use the little girl here, let's pull this off. And I need to think about magnets. She's going to need a magnet under her. Do you know, I'm using so many magnets at the moment that I definitely need to replenish my magnets once, well, soon, maybe before this month is over, because I'm almost out, which is fine because we should be using our stash stuff, you know, so I'm not mad. It's going to be here. So I'm going to put it to this end like so. I was thinking of putting an acetate pocket on the front, but I've been doing a lot of pockets at the moment, so I thought it might be better to just do something like this. Like, I've been using a lot of acetate and laminating sheets and things. So, not laminating sheets at all. What am I talking about? I've been using a lot of overhead transparencies. What are you talking about, Belle? What are you talking about? Okay, and I'm going to tear this and hope that it's straight. Realistically, guillotine or paper trimmer would be best, but this is what I'm doing. And before that glue takes hold, I need to just open it up again and get a magnet in there. Right. Like so. Again, you don't have to use magnets. There are other ways around this. I have them. I like using them. So that's what I'm doing. You can use Velcro dots, which again, I think you can get on Amazon or in craft stores. You can just use a paper clip or something to clip it all together. Now this little thing has to flip because we are going to have it on the front as a flip so that it opens a little hidden journaling spot, and it's also going to be a tuck spot, which is why I'm going to flip it up a little bit again. Now it doesn't need an extra layer, but what I like about doing it like this, I'll show you. Because I'm doing a side tuck, what I like about having a bit bent over like this, one, it gives you more writing space, but two, it just makes this more secure when things are going in and out of that pocket. So that's what I like doing there. I need to grunge this up now. And on here, really burnish that down, because I can't do it once it's stuck onto the front. I mean, realistically, it needs a lot of inking. But yes, so I'm going to ink all that. I don't need to ink the back because that's going to be a pocket. That'll be stuck down, but these need to be inked. I need the black ink too. And the thing about using a ruler rather than the paper trimmer, it doesn't give you a completely deckled edge, but it does give you a slightly more torn look, slight torn look than... I'm just going to stick a magnet to the back of here so I remember there's a magnet on here for when I come to put it on the piece. Yeah, it gives you a slightly more sort of ruffled edge than a straight guillotine would, or paper trimmer. really need to press this down too. So that's going to go on the front, and we're going to do a similar kind of pocket on the inside. But what I need to do is I need to do this first, and then I'm actually going to possibly rip some of it. I don't know. I think I want to. I think I want to rip part of it. So should we do that now? That would make sense, wouldn't it? So what I mean is I really just want to rip part of this down and tear it, which means some of this needs to be ripped off. I want that effect, like so. And that also means this really needs inking. So let's get this. And then underneath this, I'm going to put something. Don't know what. I'm going to use one of the papers from the kit, I think, a scrap that I've got. And then, sorry for the reaching, I'm getting my inks. Yeah, I kind of want a paper from the kit, but I wanted this ripped so that it looked, I want that on the bottom. Have that like that. Really not that grungy bit. Okay, so this is going to stick on here. It also needs a magnet down here, so I need to remember that. And then I need to stick something behind there. I also need to stick that down. So we've got a bit from the outside of the tag, the bit we've just cut off. And I think that's going to work perfectly because it will match the outside. It'll match the tag on the outside and stuff. And one of the reasons I chose this image, and I've also just put a little bit of glossy accent on the camera, is because this wallpaper here, even though it's a lot grungier, it really reminds me of the actual wallpaper on the tag. So I want that on there. Let's ink this up too. I need it inked. And so this is going to get stuck down first. I don't need that whole bit. This is going to get stuck down first, or onto the card actually. Let's stick it onto there. Let's stick it onto here because that makes more sense. We can stick that. I just really liked the idea. And normally I like to put like a leaf or something coming out of them. I do that a lot, but not today. We're just going to put the wallpaper. Okay, and let's really glue this down too. So it's all glued like so. So we've just kind of got that. Some glue seeping through. That's all right. It dries clear. And I'm going to try and glue this down just a little bit because otherwise it's just going to keep flapping open and it could rip more and all that kind of thing. We don't want that. Hold that down. I just kind of want the effect, which is great. And now I need this glued as well. I think I'm probably going to be stitching as well, guys. You're not surprised, I know. I hope you're all having a lovely day. And yeah, I'm still catching up on lots of the videos for this this project, everyone's videos. Still catching up on them. So many great ideas, honestly, guys. And I just keep getting inspired. I keep seeing things, or like the tags that Jackie sent, and my brain just goes, oh, let's do that, but let's do it in a grungy style. Let's do it in a way that suits this project. So yeah, that's what I am doing. So I'm going to put that there, make sure that's straight. I mean, worst comes to worst, I can trim it, but I kind of like this jaggedy edge a little bit. Okay, and bend that up. And bend it down. Try and make sure I said, I'm probably going to be stitching around it. So that's all good. And I can trim it if I need to. So let's do that. And then... And again, this can fold up. It doesn't need to, but I just like that grunginess so much that I don't really want to lose it on the paper. But it doesn't need to. But yeah, I just think it's so pretty. I'm going to rip it. And again, I just want to grunge this because it's going to be stuck down. And once it's stuck down, I can't ink it. So let's get this done. Do that here as well. And here. And here. And all this. So this will be a pocket on the inside, the same as Jackie's tag had, but I'm just going to have mine be a hidden writing space. And again, let's put the magnet on there so I don't forget that it's there. So what I think I'm going to do, actually, let's do the tag. Let's do the tag. So let's get the scoreboard so I can score down that line and it can bend. Okay, brilliant. And we're going to bend this kind of in half. I can see that there's a bit of overlap there, which is fine because we can trim it to fit. And worst comes to worst, I'm going to check the inside pocket to make sure that it definitely does fit in here, because it's better to trim it now before I go ahead and stitch. Let's do this. And then we need to trim this as well. Like so. So now we have the basis of our tag. Where is... Let's use the one from the scoreboard. So I can't find my bone folder. So we have our basis for the tag, just like Jackie's. And this pocket, where have you gone to? Is going to fit in here. Let's make sure it fits. Yes. Yes, it does. I feel like I'm going to trim just a little bit off here. So let's do that now. Let's make sure nothing sticks out. Okay, so that fits in there like so, which is good. So it's a pocket. So now what I'm going to do, guys, I want to add, just like Jackie has on hers, some lace and bits. So I'm thinking this lace will work really well. Yeah, this is going to work well. And I also want to add just some of this fun, you know, the scruffy cobwebby cheesecloth that I'm using a lot of, because I just think that looks yummy. Do we want any sari silk on here as well? No, that might be too much. What about a bit of netting or something? No, this might be just right, just how it is. Let's put a little bit of black. No. Okay, so I am going to stitch around the outside of here, not obviously the whole thing together. Stitch around this, again, not all together. I'm going to stitch this on here and then around and stitch around here as well. So I'm going to go do that and then I'll show you what I've done. Okay guys, so I've stitched around all of these, as you can see, and I also took the time to ink on the inside and back with both walnut stain and distress black soot. So I think I'm going to put this one on the inside first. So we've got our little magnet. Yeah, so we've got our little magnet. So I need to just put a dab of glue on this, center this up so it is where I want it to be. That's going to get pressed down, which means this can now be stuck there. And I've just got a little bit of washi to put on here. And again, I'm going to use some glue stick to really make sure this is very sticky and isn't going to come up when we put tags or ephemera into here. Press that down, press around, perfecto. Make sure it's pressed down. Now make sure this is the right way up, and I'm going to glue it on 3 sides, making it a pocket. It's going to be a small pocket. You know, we're really going to have to. And then I put it down slowly so that the magnets can grab each other. Press that down, open it up. And then press all of this down like so. So we've got this extra writing space and the lovely click of the magnet. So that's the inside. Love it. And I'm hoping these magnets aren't in the same place. Whew, could you imagine if they were in the same place? That would be a bit of a disaster, wouldn't it? Now again with this, I need to put a little bit of glue onto here and then work out where I want to place this. But I was also wondering, I've got some of these stickers and they're like, if I really would love the die. I'm wondering if I want to put that behind somewhere, maybe the darker one, because it says Kodak, so it's got the film on there, like of a camera. I think I do. I think I want to put that behind, but I want it at an angle. I don't want the whole thing, and I don't want this whole white edge here. So this is going to go here, because then we can put that on. I haven't actually used any of these yet. But I thought, as this was all to do with cameras, you know, and the sighting of ghosties, this is going to have to go partially under the lace and moved over. And go there. Like so. It's going to have to go under the lace. I keep moving it around. I've got to remember it's got to be a pocket. So it needs... I mean, the lace can go in this bit, so that's okay. Where's the magnet gone to? It's moving all over the place. So let's do it like this. Right, let's just put it there. And then we're going to get this glued down on 3 sides. But once again, guys, need to get some washi. And I picked out my Tim Holtz washi. You're not going to be able to see inside this pocket, but I just thought, just in case you can, let's do this. So let's do that. Really press that down. Put the lid on my glue before that goes funky. Oh, why am I putting the lid on? Were you saying to me, why are you putting the lid on, Belle? You're about to use it. Yes, guys. 3 sides here. Now this is going to be a little bit tricky, but we're going to do what we can. I need the magnets to, I think they're attached. So I need to open this up now so that this can kind of go under here, under the lace. If necessary, I can cut that bit of lace, but it can go under it. There we go. And that's going to stick down here. And please tell me, yes. Okay, good. Good, 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 good. Yeah, this can go under. Really stretch that out over it. And it goes there. Oh, love that. Love it. Okay, and then we have our pocket back here between the magnets. So that is that. And now I also have for the inside of here, I wanted a little pocket. So I pulled out something from the kit and inked it up. Where is it? I mean, I do have the word ghostly. That would work quite well as a Tim Holtz. But I did have, we have got the camera as well. I really wanted to use the camera somewhere. And it could be a tuck spot, couldn't it? Or it could go on the back. Like that, maybe. Okay, let me find the piece that I had. Here it is. So it's about the Committee of Psychical Investigators of London, and I thought that would go perfectly there. Again, I'm not following the Craftly Hall story. I'm not in a collaboration. I'm just doing my own thing. So it doesn't matter to me like being exact with the story and following each day. But I do like the fact that obviously they're cyclical. And so I have the word ghostly, and I was going to put that in like so. I did have this, but I don't know if I want that because that's all about druggist and apothecary. I don't think that matches, but that does go in there. I just need to find another few bits. I know I have them somewhere, but I think everything's all over the place at the moment. I also had the planchette that I wanted to use, but I really don't think that's going to work. It could go in upside down, couldn't it? Because they need the planchette to speak to the ghosties. So yeah, there is that. Okay, so that's all that. Let's start working here. So I've got this that I'm hoping, it's again one of the images. It looks like a little ghosty girl. I feel like she needs trimming because of the lace on that pocket now. I feel like she needs trimming. Sorry guys, I had to pause filming for a little bit. So we were looking at this pocket. I'd put this word in and I'm thinking I found the bits I wanted. So I had this, again, it's a piece of Tim Holtz ephemera. That is ephemera that comes with the kit. I'm just trying to use what I've got as well, guys. And I thought that might look quite good in there. It looks like they've written them a letter or something. And I was thinking about the camera, and now I thought maybe we'll just add the camera in that pocket too. It can poke out. I'd rather back it, but it is what it is. And it kind of looks quite good in there with the word ghost behind and the letter. So that's going to go there. So whilst I was waiting to start filming, I have this image for the front. Again, it looks like a creepy little child ghost. It's going to go on the front here. And I was wondering about a tab. I've got a few different options, but I don't know. Do you know what? The easiest way to do this is to kind of do that. Do I like that? I do kind of like that tab. Do I like one with writing on it? I kind of like that too because it's got some of the blue and the brown in it. I think that goes better. And these are just tabs I cut out of scrapbook paper. So it's not specific to the kit. You could obviously use one of the digital papers in the kit. But this is what I have. So I think I'm going to put it nearer the bottom actually. I want this on this little image. Yeah, so I really want this to be about spooky photographs. Oh, that's my feeling. On there, like so. I've backed it, I've inked around it, and that's just going to fit in there like so, and you're just going to see that poking out of there. I also took one of the beautiful tabs. There's so many, if you look at Tracy's images, there's so many like little spooky things. I'm always still finding things, and I love this tab with this spooky woman on it. I just think it's so lovely. I've backed it, stitched around it a couple of times, stitched some thread, loose threads on here that's really hanging. That one's a bit too long. Let's cut that a bit more. And you're going to see this pop out. Now, this is one of the butterflies, or the moths rather, from the kit. Let's ink around this. And I want to use that. I have inked around this bit because that is going to be seen. You could back it on paper, digitals, tea stain paper, whatever. And I might even put crackle glaze on this, but I want to get it stuck on, and I wanted it on here. Let's pull some of those threads up. I really want those threads up. I wanted the moth on there. So I'm going to do that. And then stick that on there. I might, as I said, still use some crackle glaze on this because I kind of like it. And you know, I don't know about you guys, but I was always told that moths are the spirits of the dead. That's what I was raised with, my grandparents telling me and that. And so you weren't to ever damage a moth or hurt. I mean, why would you want to hurt a moth anyway? But I know some people have like phobias of butterflies and moths. But I was always told to really just let them go on their way and things like that, because it was the spirits of the dead come to see you. And I can't fit too much in this pocket because I can't have it interfering with the magnet. But when you close that now, look, you're going to see that butterfly and the threads coming out. It's just so much yummy grunge, guys. Yeah, I love that. I do also have this little word I've got, I can't even pronounce that, Caliginius adjective, dark, misty and gloomy. This is from, again, a Release the Crafting digital. I was thinking about putting that down there because, you know, spirits are. I also have the word supernatural, but I felt like the brown was too, it showed up too much. I didn't want it to show up as much. I might put that there. I was also thinking of putting just a little bit of what's it called, embossing paste. So I'm going to think about that, and whilst I'm thinking about that, we're going to make, if you can see on, oh my gosh, where have I put the tag? Jackie has got a bulb pin and some bits hanging from it. So I am going to do that. I'm going to get some fabric and bits, and we're going to make one of those. Okay, so to keep this closed anyway, Jackie has used a paper clip on hers with this beautiful lace bit, but I don't want to do that. I'm going to use, I think, a little Tim Holtz clip, which is why I also put, hold on, it's why I also put this further down. I could put it underneath there and it would stick out, but I don't like it. I like it to be on show. I've got a bulb pin, so we're just going to start making some stuff. I've got some of this weird lace. Maybe this will work on there. We're just going to make a bit of a dangle dangling down. And we can trim it, which is great because, you know, a bit of this as well, maybe. Also got a bit of the lace I used up the top. Do I want to use some of that? I think that might be too much. Too much? Never! Is that what I hear you say? Maybe not. Maybe you're like, actually, Belle, maybe a tad too much. And we've got some black sari. I like that. Okay, so that's all going to be on there. And then I'm going to make, I think, a charm. So I've started putting a few bits together already on a bulb pin. So I have these on there. I made them off camera. One of them was already made anyway, and two, I hate playing around with things like that on camera. So if we just kind of see how that's going to look if it's dangling, I kind of like that. And I also wanted a word, so I have here some of the Tim Holtz words, and I have life and death maybe, or I mean life and death is quite a good one, isn't it? By the door of the tomb. The old man was dead. I like life and death, so we're going to use that one. And I'm going to ink around it in black. And then, and I don't want anything too perfect here. I want to put it on here because the blue in this paper, this is one of the digital kits, picks up some of the blue here. So I kind of wanted to pick that up a little bit, but I'm trying to see where the best bit would be. I think here because it's slightly different. That really needs a bit more ink on there. It's not dark enough. And that's going to go on there. I'm just going to cut that out. And again, I don't want it perfect because I want it to be slightly grungy, which is why, excuse me for reaching, guys, I'm going to get my scissors and I'm going to rough up these edges a little bit. There are tools to do this with, but you know, I have scissors. So that's going to go on there, and then yeah, that needs probably some brown actually brought in. I think the brown will be good. Yep. Wish I had a little camera charm. I might have a little camera charm. And then that's going to go on some black. And I need to make sure that I leave the room that I can get an eyelet actually in there without interfering. How dangerous. Without interfering with the words that I'm using. So I need to make sure that's on there. Where's my cloth? Like so. Like that. And then let's do this. Cut this out. Life and death. Death and life. It's all creepy. So yeah, when I'm actually filming this, it's actually Father's Day here in the UK. So I hope that if you are spending it with your father, hopefully. Where did I put my hole punch? Not hole punch. Crocodile. Hold on, guys. There we go. How funny. I'd actually put it away, which I don't understand why, because I knew I was going to use it. So I'm going to use a smaller eyelet in this and hope that I have one that'll really work. Oh, we've got a black, a bronzy black. Let's use that. That's perfect. Yeah, so Father's Day here in the UK. We actually did something earlier in the week for my partner. Unfortunately, one of the children was working, but we went and saw my daughter. And as our other son is home from university, he came with us, and she'd arranged for a lovely thing for her dad, and we went out for the day up her way, which was an absolutely lovely day. Although it was meant to be an hour journey. It's an hour journey to hers roughly from where we live. And it took us 3 hours to get home because traffic was absolutely appalling. It is was just awful. I feel like I need to go around this. Where is my pen? Yeah, I feel like this needs to be gone around. Probably better to do it on a flat surface, guys. Yeah, so I'm sorry for how choppy this video has been. But I had to pause it, which meant I tried to do a little bit off camera that wouldn't matter to the video so much. Right, that's better. We got some beads hanging down. Oh my gosh, it's just so pretty. I feel like this needs something. But while we're at it, I'm thinking instead of using one of those release the crafting words, where did I see in this haunted room in the darker night or something? Because that's going to work in here. Is it here? By the door of the tomb. It's come to dwell among us. Days and nights, in the dead of hour. I saw one that said room. Why can't I see it now? Okay. I'm going to find it. Okay, so I found it in the dark and haunted room. This soul with sorrow laden. I kind of like that. So let's ink all these up because, you know, they need to be inked. In the dark and haunted room. Right, in the dark, let's see. In the dark and haunted room. This soul was sorrow laden, because I'm pretty sure if you're a creepy ghost, you know, you're hoping that you're not going to be sticking around afterwards, aren't you? You're hoping you're going to move on to whatever you believe in, and so you must be pretty sorrowful if you're still kind of there. You must be pretty sad. And again, going to go around this in pen. You've seen me do this a few times. I like the fact that it underlines it. I like to do it kind of messily so it comes up and just looks a bit scribbly. I didn't want to cover the camera there. So, I don't know. I've taken a few photos, guys, that I feel like might have strange things in them, but nothing like this. I mean, honestly, if I'd taken a photo and I'd seen a person standing there who I knew wasn't there, I might feel a bit different. I just kind of want this brought down a little bit, just kind of little scribble. Okay. I also had a piece of paper that I could put in there. I had one of these that I thought was like, could be like the letter. But I think I just like her like that. And now just final decision. Do I want to add anything to that tab? I just feel like it's a bit, I don't know, empty. I do have somewhere my Tim Holtz rub-ons, so let's have a look. I could find a little skull or something on here, couldn't I? Because there are skulls. Let's just pull them all out. It has got like names and things as well. I'm a goner, but they are funny names, like I need a shovel, fill dirt. It's my kind of humour. What about a flower or one of these? Or even, they've got the little urns. So I could put a little urn on there, but I don't know if I like the urn. whether I want the skull on there. I think I like this skull. So I'm going to use the skull. I think that'll work quite well on there. Do we think? Oh, there is an angel one. Let's have a look. Just pick one, Belle. Stop playing. It's really hard. Okay, I think I like the angel there rather than the skull and crossbones. So let's pull this out and let's put the angel on there. Like that. It looks like the little angel wings on top of what they called gravestones. Funny enough, Belle. Oh dear me, I'm telling you today. Okay, and it's easier to put this tag in when I open the magnet so that the magnet's not catching. Right guys, so that's day 17. That's as much as I'm going to do. And it was inspired, like I said, by Jackie's tag. So here's the tag she made, which is beautiful. She didn't even make it a tag in the sense, you know, because it's got rounded corners, not the tag top that this has. And then hers opens up and has a pocket there. And she has this beautiful dangle. So I've got the dangle. Mine has a pocket here for writing. And you can pull that out. And obviously a little hidden pocket inside there. And then we open it up. There's the back. Can you even see everything? And we open it up. We've got a pocket here. And then this opens up too for writing space. And then this has got this tag in it. I feel like this tag needs like some words or something too. But my main focus really is doing the basic ephemera base. And then, yeah, we've got the bold pin. I mean, maybe it just needs the one bead on there. What do we think? Let me know down below, guys. Do I just need the one bead, not the two that I've got? I don't know. I kind of like it having more than one bead on there. Easy way to check. I can put that under and then see what that looks like. I'm going to stick with the 2 beads for now. So that's today's one. That is day 17, guys, for the hashtag Creep on June. I'm sorry this video has been a bit all over the place. Yeah. So anyway, I will see you again soon for another video. Until next time, I hope you're having lots and lots of creepy, crafty fun. Bye for now.